You never think a quiet house on a quiet street can become the center of nationwide outrage, but that is exactly how this story begins, and once you hear what they did to her you will understand why people lost their minds. Margaret was 74 years old, a widow living alone in the same modest home she shared with her husband for 4 decades. This house wasn't just wood and walls, it was memory, it was safety, it was the place she said goodbye to the man she loved. Every morning she watered the roses he planted, every evening she sat on the porch watching the same street she had known for years, nothing flashy, nothing loud, just peace. Until one afternoon a plain white envelope showed up in her mailbox. HOA violation notice. She read it slowly, not really understanding what she was being accused of, and then the video leaked. A 74-year-old widow crying while board members stayed cold. The internet exploded. People were furious. Donations poured in, lawyers volunteered, advocacy groups stepped in. Local news showed up, then national media. The HOA released a statement, cold and defensive. But then emails leaked. Private messages mocking her age, calling her a problem resident. That ended them. Sponsors pulled, board members resigned, officials stepped in. The court date arrived. The HOA came with lawyers, Margaret came with supporters filling the room. The judge listened. Really listened. And the ruling came fast. HOA violated federal housing law, violated disability protections, acted with willful negligence. Fines gone, liens removed, damages ordered, policies rewritten. The HOA collapsed. But Margaret never wanted revenge. She wanted dignity. Neighbors rebuilt her porch, flowers returned, peace returned. A quiet woman stood up by simply refusing to be pushed, and the whole country watched. Because sometimes the smallest ramp becomes the biggest line.
We need to address the risks now.
I agree, but the data suggests otherwise.
Let's review the projections
the law
again.
Wins. Then the third letter came, certified. This one said lien. That word hit like a punch. Because a lien meant control, it meant power, it meant they could take her home. She showed up to the HOA meeting walking slowly, papers shaking in her hands, and she explained her age, her health, her doctor's note. The board didn't look at her. They looked at the rulebook. One said rules are rules, another said exceptions cause problems. Someone suggested she remove the ramp and use the garage. She cried quietly, embarrassed, humiliated.
As you can see from the latest figures,
This is more serious than we thought.
we need to address it immediately.
At the time, Margaret didn't know that video would change everything. The HOA voted unanimously deny accommodation. Fines kept growing, letters kept coming. Then came the eviction warning. That was the moment she called a legal aid office, expecting nothing, but a young attorney listened and said something that flipped the story. This is illegal. Fair housing laws, disability protections, elder rights. The HOA crossed a line. Letters were sent, complaints filed. The HOA doubled down.